Hello, and welcome to the last example. Here, we're looking at a little bit more of a complicated diagram, and we're going to be doing an extension problem. So let's go ahead and plug in some numbers and identify what we're trying to solve. This angle here is going to be 45 degrees. The other one down here is going to be 75. Based on that, our goal is to solve for x, is to solve for y, and we're going to try to solve for a and b. So our goal is to solve for x, y, a, and b. The first thing we have to identify is our angle relationships. So let's go ahead and identify some colors so we can keep track of what we're comparing our angle relationships with to. When I can look at a and b, my first hunch is to identify the exterior angle theorem. The downside is that the exterior angle theorem only works when it's the full angle that's outside. And angle A isn't that full angle, it's only part of it. So the exterior angle theorem isn't what we're going to want to use. But we know that these two lines are parallel. And so if I compare this 75-degree measure with that angle A, well, they're matching. They're both in that top left-hand corner. And so A is corresponding with angle 75. And we already know that corresponding angles are congruent. So our value of A is 75 degrees because they're corresponding angles. Let's go ahead and take a look at angle B. You may already notice the pattern here that B and 45 also have that very similar relationship. They're both in that top right-hand corner. So on those parallel lines, B is also corresponding. And because we know that they're corresponding angles, B is equal to 45 degrees, since corresponding angles are congruent. Now, those first two angles we were able to solve because we knew our angle relationships from our parallel lines last week. Now, for angle X, we're able to solve for angle X because we know our triangle sum theorem. Our triangle sum theorem tells us that all three angles added up equals 180 degrees. So by the triangle sum theorem, again, I'm abbreviating it here, we know that x plus 45 plus 75 will equal 180. So let's go ahead and solve. First, 45 plus 75 is 120. So x plus 120 is equal to 180. Subtract the 120 on both sides. We know our value of x is equal to 60. Nice. So by the triangle sum theorem, we know our value of x is equal to 60. The good news is our very last angle relationship here is vertical angles. We know that x and y are directly across from each other by two crossing lines. We're ignoring the other parallel line. We're only looking at the two crossing lines that come from our triangles. And because they're opposite angles, we know they're vertical. So because y is a vertical angle, we know that it's congruent to x. So our value of y is equal to 60 degrees as well. And so that is the problem solved for all four angles. A diagram like this, one angle relationship at a time, we can fill in an entire diagram. We can fill in a more complicated diagram the same way by just looking at it one angle relationship at a time. Thank you guys. I hope that helped. Look forward to helping you guys this week and seeing you later this week as well. Take care.